All right, so what we're going to talk about today, you know what? We're going to go to the vault. I'm going to get you something that changed my life. It changed my life so much, I lock it up, make sure that it's there for me forever, for my grandchildren, and for me to be able to help people like you. I'm going to the safe now. Going to the safe. You don't want to, can't look at my combination. All right, we're going to go into the safe. It's heavy. Go into the safe. All right. There are actually 2 rooms in the safe. All right, so here's something. You see this speed racer thing? Someone from YouTube sent that to me because they know I am a speed racer fan. I actually got 2 of them. I'm lucky. So here we go. So this thing is very heavy. And this is what we're going to get right here. This right here. This is what I'm about to go over with you with this. It's just like having money in the bank. So I have with this bank that I purchased, I have 3 safes. 3 safes that I purchased, that I got with the bank. All right, so I'm about to tell you why what I just got out of my safe. This is an affirmation that was passed on to me by my mentor, Clint Arthur, and I'm going to pass it on to you. The reason why you want to listen to this affirmation got me from, I believe at that time, I'm going to read it before we get going, but I went from $25,000 a month, and it took me all the way to $65,000 a month. So we're going to get right to it. All right, so here's the deal. Affirmations can work, but you have to know how to properly construct affirmations. Also, something else that is left out if you've watched the movie The Secret, or you've listened to some of the motivational speakers, or went to some of the courses, or taken some of the courses, or went even to some of the workshops, one of the number one things that has been missing is that people go too much with the mind. Now, the mind and the thinking of our thought processes, that is very important. But there's another piece of it that I've learned over time, and I'm even, especially with this digital age, I'm even becoming even more, learning even more that how important this is. It's our body, to get our body moving in a direction. Because it's going to take movement with our body to be able to do the things, to be able to take action. You can think all you want, you can do affirmations all you want, and nothing is going to happen. You're going to feel like, hey, I'm doing what they talked about with The Secret. Well, the part that they didn't go into too much detail about was that you got to get the body moving. So there's a subconscious, there's a conscious, and then there's the body. And our body has to accept what we're doing, or it's not going to move in the direction. Now, before I get started on the affirmation, I'm going to give you the exact affirmation. Let me tell you what this affirmation did for me, and proof that you got to get the body involved in it. So now, I was in, it was years ago, it was a online workshop, and the mentor, his name is Clint Arthur, and it was called The Last Year of Your Life, and the goal of the course was to get all of us who were involved in the course to, number one, get limiting fears out of us. Because if you knew that this was the last year of your life, you would probably just power through a lot of stuff that I'll include myself, that we would procrastinate on. We would be like, hey, I'm going to die in a year, so I might as well just do it. And then he gave an example of this where he was living on a boat. He was living in a boat. He was flat broke. He was trying to be a writer in Hollywood. And he had ran into this homeless guy. And the homeless guy looked him in the eyes, and he was like, I think the story, it's been a while since the story, but basically the homeless guy looked at Clinton said, "You're dead already." And what he was saying was, you're not living. You're not living your life. You're just going through day to day. You're not living. And for all of us that were in the class, it woke us up. And then we went through some exercises. We had to go, this was very deep, because if you had problems with family members, you had to go and work that out with that family member. It wasn't just about money, because there's certain things that you got to overcome also on a personal level to allow you to be able to move forward in life. So, it was demanded upon us. If you got issues with some family members, you step the foot forward and you just go work it out. And I had a issue with a family member, and I stepped my foot forward, worked it out, and it's been years later. You'd be surprised how much stuff doesn't matter. But we did an affirmation in there, because there was the goal was to double your income. So it was last year, your life and income doubler. So at that time, I was making $24,000 a month. That's what my income was. And so I wanted to double my income to $48,000. So we did this affirmation to get our body and our mind moving in the same direction. So subconsciously, you do the affirmation to get it into your subconscious, because your subconscious is like a record, like a computer. You're putting a computer file in there and say, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And it's going contradicting against what you've been giving it. And it's like, you do the affirmation and it overwrites. It's like, you said this more than what you said that over there about what I thought you wanted. So now I'm going to start playing this new record, this affirmation record. But what I learned is that the affirmation record won't write. You can't write it into your subconscious unless you get the body moving which is the action. When you combine the affirmations and saying it, the affirmations and writing it, you've got the body enacted. And so now you have all three pieces. You had the conscious mind, had the subconscious mind, and you had the body all moving in the same direction. So now, here's the proof. I kept this stuff. I'm a pack rat with a lot of stuff. I'm going to be over. I don't know how long we'll do this channel, but I got a lot of stuff to share with y'all. And it'll really help you, because I bought a lot of stuff and then I stopped buying stuff and I started utilizing stuff, is what I ended up doing. Because you'll see that there's a way, and I talked about this in another video, is that there's a way to analyze, to know if what someone is giving you as an opportunity or teaching you or some course or something. You will know there's a way that you can consciously look at it and know if it's a bunch of BS or if it's something real that can benefit you. So now, but here, look at this. I wrote what I got on the board. Don't worry, I'm going to give it to you, but I just want to prove it to you, because if I don't prove it to you, it's like, well, did Steve really do this, or is he just trying to make a long video? So this is what I did. I wrote this. We had to do this for 6 months. I wrote this affirmation and said it to myself 10 times a day for 6 months. And look at this. Just wrote over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then on these sheets, I remember I was on the airplane going to Las Vegas and I still wrote it out. I never missed a day. Now, my goal was to go from $24,000 a month to $48,000 a month. I actually went from $24,000 a month to $65,000 a month, and it even went more than that, all the way to $100,000 a month for just this one business. For this one business, and I'm going to be making a video later in the week that's going to talk about the actions that I was able to take with that business, based off of just becoming conscious about the decisions that I needed to make that business be able to grow. So now let's get right into the affirmation. And I'm going to point out the key words. The whole thing is important, but I'm going to point out some key words in it on the reasons why the words are being used. Because these words light up giving food to our brain, giving food to our subconscious, giving food to our conscious, and giving food to our body. So now, here's the affirmation. I deserve to be earning, and then you put an amount on there. So for me, it was going to be $48,000 or more per month by, and then you put a date, and we put 6 months was that date. 6 months from when we started writing it. And then you say, I am grateful to be a man or woman, whichever one you are, who is earning, and I'll put this again here, $48,000 or more per month. It is, and then you put that date, that 6 months away. You need to become into now, because the subconscious mind does not understand like today and tomorrow or today and 6 months. It doesn't understand it. You have to actually walk into it. You have to actually just tell your subconscious mind, it is 6 months from now. It doesn't know, because when you tell it that, it starts to work on what you're telling it. So it doesn't say, if you say 6 months from now, do this, your subconscious mind is like, what the hell is, what is 6 months? It doesn't know what 6 months is. All it does is record, and it records and it uses when you want to use it. So you say, it is, and that date, 6 months, I am at least making 48, for my example, or more per month. I'm proud and excited about my income. I inspire the people around me. I am grateful to be a man or woman who is earning $48,000 or more per month. I wrote this 10 times a day. I said it out loud 10 times a day. Body, subconscious, conscious mind. This is the affirmation. Now let's go through the key words on this affirmation. So now, I deserve. You will either lose the things that you don't believe you deserve, or you will either get the things that you deserve, or you will keep the things that you believe you deserve. Look at all of the stuff that you have right now, the stuff that's in your house, your car, your job, everything. Do you believe you don't deserve it, or do you believe you do deserve it? Exactly. You believe you do deserve it. So you have to move through this with the purpose of I deserve. That's the first thing. Everything that you do moving forward, if you believe you deserve it, you're going to be able to get it, because you don't get the things that you deserve. Now, you can get some stuff that you don't deserve, but you're going to lose it real quick. You're going to find some way to sabotage yourself to lose it. So you better get it in your mind. What you want for yourself money-wise is what you deserve. And don't let any family member, friend, religion, any of that stuff stop you. Don't let it hamper you. Don't let it do something to you subconscious. None of that. None of that. What you want is what you deserve, and what you deserve is, and get, you need to say that to yourself, that that's what you want and that's what you deserve. The next thing is to be earning. You got to put an amount on there. You have to put an amount, because the subconscious mind does not know, like, I want to be making more money. Well, how much is more money? $1 more, $2 more, $3? You need to put an amount on there. And for the purposes of that workshop that we did, we doubled it, because you want to go after something that maybe you believe is going to be a little bit harder, because you got to stretch yourself to get to that next level. You got to put it out there to be something that's harder than you thought you could do. And then you let your mind, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and your body catch up to it. And the way you catch up to it is by taking action. So you got to have that amount in there. And then you got to have that date. We don't do things in our lives unless we have some sort of timeline, some sort of deadline that we got to get it done. That's going to be the way that you're going to get it done. So you got to put that on there. And then grateful. Grateful is saying to yourself that you are grateful, you appreciate. A lot of people get things. I've even done this in the past, and I stopped doing it. Is that when you get stuff, you take care of it. I talked about my 2007 Mercedes-Benz. I took it in to get the emissions test. And the guy that did the emissions test was like, this is a 2007? It looks like this car is new. And I was like, yeah, I take very good care of my vehicle. I take very good care of it, because what usually happens with people is they get something and they don't take care of it. They're off to wanting the other thing instead of appreciating and taking care of what you got right now, because what you got right now is what you wanted in the past. So grateful to be a man or woman who is earning $48,000 or more per month. We're repeating it. Now, it is that date. I am at least making $48,000 or more per month. Now, this takes you into the now. Remember, takes you into the now. And I don't know if I repeated this again, but even if I am, it's okay. So this takes you into the now. And then I'm proud and excited about my income. I'm proud and excited about my income. If you doubled your income, think about it. If you doubled your income, would you be proud and excited? Of course you would. You'd be proud and excited. So you're telling yourself, I'm proud, I'm excited. Because number one of the things, like, I've made a lot of money, but I haven't won, I've only won one award over all of the years, one award from a group. So you got to pat yourself on the back. And then I inspire. So regardless of what awards you get, that does not matter. I inspire the people around me, because you want to, when people come around you, like, for me, when people come around you, they would be like, man, you and your wife, there's something about you. Well, what the something about is that we're, number one, honest people. And number two, we want to, like, we have a genuine interest in what's going on with people. Like, it's not about us. It's about us when we're together, and, you know, about us. Like, that's when it's about us. But when we're out in public, we have a genuine interest in what's going on with other people. And if people ask us a question, we're going to give them an answer that'll be able to help them. Not just an answer just to throw something out there. We're going to give them a solid answer. And people, they'll walk up to us. They'll be like, there's just something different about you as a couple. And then I'm repeating again, I am grateful to be a man or woman who is earning $48,000 or more per month. So what I want to do is I want you to write it, and I want you to make a video. You can either, you know, somehow, if you have a YouTube channel, I want to be able to see it. You never know, I might have a special gift for you. If someone proves to me that you, let's just say for 1 month, you do it 10 times a day for 1 month, let me know what your income is. I might have something for you. But you're going to need to prove it to me. But I might have something for you. You cannot copy it. You have to write it out. You see this? I wrote it out. My hand was starting to get tired, but I just wrote it out. Look at that. Small. Just wrote it out. And then it's in here. You got to write it out. Or it's not going to work. All right. Thank you for your time. Like this video. Post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.